And former President Trump is now set to be arraigned in Georgia on Wednesday, September 6th. A Fulton County judge set the arraignment date for the former president and his 18 co-defendants alleged to have conspired to overturn the 2020 election results in the state. Senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky, senior reporter Catherine Faulders, and ABC News legal contributor Kim Whaley join me now with more on this. Aaron, Mark Meadows, the former president's ex-chief of staff, he's trying to get his case moved to federal court. Why go that route, and what's the latest on that case?
I think Mark Meadows believes, Diane, that he can get a better shake in federal court because he will argue that the steps that the district attorney here says were criminal, he only took under what's called the color of his office. In other words, it was part of his job as former President Trump's chief of staff in the closing months of his administration to do the things at the president's behest. And he's testifying here on the witness stand before a federal judge, trying to convince him of that everything had a political component, that everything was part of his job. It was 24/7, whatever the president wanted, that's what he had to do, he said. And when he walked in, his light blue suit, white shirt, pale blue tie, he, without any preamble, took the witness stand to explain that he worked at the president's behest as his top aide and chief of staff. And why does he want to move into federal court? Quite simply, I think, because the jury pool that would be hearing any trial would come from Fulton County and beyond. Fulton County in 2020 went overwhelmingly for Joe Biden, and perhaps he wants to try and get some more conservative jury members in that pool.
And can we now have an official start date for the arraignments of former President Trump and his 18 co-defendants, in this case in Fulton County, Georgia? What will these arraignments look like?
Well, we've seen this now 3 times before, once in Manhattan and twice in federal court, and now we're in Georgia state court. Unless, as Aaron says, this removal motion is successful, we'll see the former president enter some kind of plea along with the other defendants, and then it'll start the next step of the process, which is called discovery, where the government has to turn over certain kinds of evidence, and the defendants will likewise have to turn over, I should say, facts, witness statements, things like that could end up in evidence in the jury, not necessarily, but then that'll start that long process.
And Catherine, you're in Washington, where a federal judge is set to decide today when former President Trump will stand trial in the federal case related to his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, so the special counsel's team has proposed this going to trial in January of 2024. Trump's lawyers want 2 years. They want April of 2026 for this case to go to trial. Here, the judge in court this morning in this hearing that is ongoing essentially said that neither of those dates are acceptable. There's been some clashes inside the courtroom. Trump's lawyer, John Lauro, is going after the special counsel's team for the amount of discovery, the amount of documents they've handed over to Trump's legal team. The special counsel revealed that's 12.8 million pages of material. Trump's lawyers say they don't have enough time to review this. They want 2 years. The judge, Diane, essentially said, you really don't need that amount of time.
Catherine, the judge also cautioned Trump previously over public statements that he's made about the case, suggesting that those words could backfire, that he could actually move the case to trial faster. What more can you tell us about that? And is that expected to come up today?
Absolutely, and to my knowledge, it hasn't come up yet today. I can expect that at some point it will, considering during the last hearing, which was here about 3 weeks ago, she said that could influence her decision-making. And Diane, since that hearing and during that hearing, the former president has been posting on Truth Social about certain witnesses, about the judge, this judge in particular. So it's likely, or potentially, that she could bring that up today and that could be a factor in terms of when she sets this trial.
All right, Kimberly Whaley, Catherine Faulders, Aaron Katersky, thank you all.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.